You know what's kind of sad about this? I was just sitting here thinking about this. This is Matchbox 20. It's a band. And, there's been a lot of talk going on now that there's just no bands anymore. Especially. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Riffs and Rides. This is Barry. And tonight we're going to do one from Matchbox 20. This is probably their biggest hit. It's called 3 a.m. I never was like a big Matchbox 20 fan, but I am familiar with this song. But I'm kind of like listening to it for the first time in a long, long time. The only time I've ever heard it really was on the radio. So I've never listened to it in headphones. I've never really, paid that much attention to it other than it kind of playing in the background. So even though this isn't a first time reaction, it's still a reaction. So let's just jump right on in here.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that.
So something very cool that I've never heard before, and I don't know if it is a guitar or an organ, but it's definitely, if it's an organ, it sounds like it's going through a Leslie speaker. It's got that wah, 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 the kind of tremolo sound to it, but it could be guitar too. But it's kind of at the end of his verse, that chord, that last chord they play, you can hear it. I'm gonna back it up. Let's just start it. Let's just start it all over again. Listen for what I was talking about. The tremolo or the organ. But you probably have to be listening in headphones. I'll point it out. There's definitely organ right there.
She said it's cold outside and she hands me my raincoat.
Right there.
She's always worried about things like that.
Right there. I think it's just trembling.
Well, she said it's all gonna end and it might as well be my fault.
That's very cool.
And she only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams and her voice is strained. She says, baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. She says, baby, well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes. And the rain's gonna wash away, I believe it.
You know what's kind of sad about this? I was just sitting here thinking about this. This is Matchbox 20. It's a band. And, there's been a lot of talk going on now that there's just no bands anymore, especially in popular music, like the top 100. If you took all the top 100 bands or songs right now, there might be one or two bands in all of it. The rest of it, because what's happening is all this music's just being overproduced, made by producers. They go out and they find a singer to sing it and turn them into their little pop stars. So we're not getting bands anymore. Plus, it's so easy now to produce this stuff at home. So you get a lot of people doing it in their home studios. So this whole 90s part here, and then maybe part of the 2000s, part of the early 2000s, maybe kind of was the end of an era. There's just no bands anymore. So anyway, sorry about ranting about that, but it's just the truth.
She's got a little bit of something, God, it's better than nothing. And in a color portrait, well, she believes that she's got it all. She swears the moon don't hang quite as high as it used to. And she
You know, sometimes songs are just good. And this is an example. This is just a good song. It's well written. You know, if you've watched email videos, you know I have just zero idea of what it's about. I don't know why. I just can't, you know, my mind just doesn't wrap around lyrics, you know, and the meanings of lyrics. You know, my brain always gears towards the music. But anyway, this is just a good song. It's really, everything about it's just nice. It's just maybe that's what, it's a nice song. Just a good, nice song. I like it. Nothing hard about the song. It's just well put together.
She believes that life isn't made up of all that she used to.
There's that tremolo.
And the clock on the wall has been stuck at 3 for days and days. She thinks that happiness is a map that sits on her doorway. But outside, it stopped raining.
Oh, there we go.
And she says, baby,
nice crescendo.
well, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. And she says, baby, yeah, well, I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes the rain's gonna wash away, I believe this. When it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely.
Like that background.
Well, I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. I like that song. You know, I forgot all about it, really. You know, when I think of, what's his name? Rob Thomas, the singer. I don't even know who any of the rest of the band are. But, you know, Rob, I think he got kind of famous for singing the Santana song, Superstition or something like that. I don't know. I think that's wrong. I think that's the wrong title. But anyway, I just forgot how good that song was. That's actually a really, really good song. And I guess I need to go back now and just listen to that whole album because, you know, they were really big there for a while. And I forget the time period. Was this in the 90s or was this like the 2000s? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of lost in that. You know, all these dates, the older I get, all those dates just don't seem to matter anymore. Everything just kind of blends in after, say, you know, 1995 or something like that. But anyway, I enjoy the song a lot. And I like his voice. You know, the thing about his voice, if you remember, I can't think of his name, but the guy, and I don't know which one came first, but the guy that sings for the Counting Crows, they have a similar style of voice. You know, they kind of sing the same way. And you'll notice all through history of music, you'll have singers that sing very similar to each other. They you know, and I don't know if it's a copying of style or it's just a style gets popular and that's what they do. You know, it's kind of the same thing with movies. If you've ever noticed, like, you know, when Star Wars came out, for example, then you had the Battlestar Galactica TV series, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon. So you had all these, you know, sci-fi things trying to take advantage of the momentum that Star Wars created. And sometimes I think music does the same thing. Everybody, you know, and it's not necessarily the artist, but it's the labels back then that would want to take advantage of what was hot right then. And I can't blame them at all for that. But I think that's why sometimes you'll hear similar styles, you know, similar singing. And you notice it a lot with, you know, like in the 90s with the female singers a lot. Like Alanis Morissette came out, then you had a lot of copycats that came out right on top of it. And that's why I like to find something that's really good and original. And But you know, hey, this is really, really good. I'm not saying this isn't original. So anyway, listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please just click like down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do that. Just hit the subscribe button down there. Now, when you do that, a little bell will come up. If you will click that bell, you'll get notified every time I download new songs to YouTube. And I do it every week. There's going to be new material every week. Got a lot out there. Check out my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time here on Riffs and Rides.